can be used to identify the tasks or activities being used for clients, with details including the task activity name and the task activity code. Another benefit of using task activity codes is that TimeSolv's time entry reports allow users to run a report based on a task code to view how much time has been spent on a particular task for a given period of time or by a specific timekeeper. This can provide greater insight into your firm. For TimeSolv legal users, the ABA task, subtask, and expense codes are pre-built into the TimeSolv application. Custom codes can be set up. To access the task activity codes setup, click on Time, Settings, and the Task Codes tab. To edit an existing code, you would just click on the code number, or to create a new task code, just go ahead and click on the new task code link. The code is what you would identify the code as, so let's put in, for example, and in the description, this is what will be seen when a timekeeper is entering time. An important note is that, for example, you may have a code such as here, the C453, and you try to type it in the codes field under the time entry screen, but nothing will come up in the auto population unless the code number is included in this description field, so make sure it's included here. Now for the narrative, this is the default message that pre-fills into the time entry description. This is a useful field if the user wants more than just the description of the activity code to show up. The rate field is optional. Enter the dollar amount to be applied as billable rate. If a task code rate is not included, the appropriate rate for the timekeeper completing the task is applied. This may not be the default rate, but the appropriate timekeeper rate depending on what is entered in the Matters General tab. The rate type. Activity rates can be by the hour or by the task. For example, users may charge by the hour for fact gathering or charge a flat fee each time a budget needs preparing for a client. Billable type. Billable means the amount will be included in the invoice. Non-billable means this amount will not be included or appear on the invoice. It is in the background for reporting purposes. No charge means it will show on an invoice, but with a $0 amount. It will appear as no charge written next to the time entry. Summarized means that you can summarize all of these tasks entries onto one single invoice. You can state whether or not the task is taxable. You can toggle this task as either active or inactive with this checkbox. Specific when we edit our rates for task codes. So for example, if I come here and click on edit rates, I can specify against this specific task code a matter and a timekeeper, and specify a rate. And so for this task code that I've just clicked on, and when this matter is held against this task code and it is being entered by this timekeeper, this will be the specific rate, and you can edit this rate here if need be, or you can delete. Now another place that you can edit these rates is under clients and matters. Now I'm gonna go, for example, on this matter. Here you can see that I have the rate by set as task then timekeeper default. This means that the task code rate will always take priority over any timekeeper default rate when entering time. Here I can click on edit rates, and again here I can specify in quite minute detail the task code rate for let's say this timekeeper, Tony Johnson, is entering time against this task code, and for this specific task code by this specific timekeeper for this specific matter, the rate will be 750, and click save. Now, as an example, let's head under time. Now, for example, I have Tony Johnson here. The matter that we were on was DUI and DWI, and here you go. You can see here that this rate of 750 has been pulled up after specifying those details on the screen.